Hey everyone, and welcome back to The History Flash. Today, we're diving into a question that has puzzled millions. Why is this painting, the Mona Lisa, the most famous piece of art in the entire world? It's not the biggest, it's not the most colorful, and honestly, some people don't even find it that beautiful. So what's the big deal? You might think you know the answer, but the real story is a wild ride, involving a heist, a media frenzy, and a whole lot of mystery. The truth is, for most of its life, the Mona Lisa was just another painting hanging in the Louvre. It wasn't until one fateful day in 1911 that everything changed forever. Get ready, because the story behind her fame is way more interesting than you think. And hey, if you're already intrigued, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think makes a painting famous. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, picture this. It's a quiet Tuesday morning in Paris, August 22, 1911. The Louvre Museum opens its doors, but something is wrong. An empty space hangs on the wall where the Mona Lisa should be. The initial reaction? Not much. People thought it was probably being photographed or cleaned, but by the next day, panic set in. The Mona Lisa was gone, stolen. This wasn't just a theft, it was a national scandal. Newspapers across the globe ran screaming headlines, "Mona Lisa is missing!" The world was captivated. For the first time, millions of people who had never even heard of the Mona Lisa suddenly knew her face. The police launched a massive investigation, even questioning the famous artist Pablo Picasso. The story was everywhere, turning the painting from a work of art into an international celebrity. For 2 long years, there was no trace of her. The world waited. The Louvre was in mourning, and France felt a deep sense of loss. Then, a breakthrough. An Italian handyman named Vincenzo Peruggia, who had previously worked at the Louvre, tried to sell the painting to an art dealer in Florence, Italy. His motive? He believed the Mona Lisa was stolen from Italy by Napoleon, and he was a patriot, returning it to its rightful home. Fun fact, he was wrong. Leonardo da Vinci himself had brought the painting to France as a gift to the king. But Peruggia's story, however misguided, made him a bit of a folk hero in Italy. When the painting was recovered, it didn't just quietly return to the Louvre. It went on a celebratory tour through Italy before being sent back to Paris. This tour was a media sensation. Crowds lined up for hours just to get a glimpse of the famous stolen lady. Her return to France was a national event. The Mona Lisa wasn't just a painting anymore. She was a survivor, a symbol of national pride. The theft and recovery cemented her status in pop culture. Before the heist, she was known mostly to art connoisseurs. After, she was a household name. Everyone wanted to see the painting that had been at the center of such a dramatic international crime story. Her fame snowballed. Artists like Marcel Duchamp created parodies of her, adding a mustache and goatee, which only made her more famous. Andy Warhol made silk screen prints of her. She appeared in songs, movies, and advertisements. The Mona Lisa had become more than just Leonardo's masterpiece. She was a blank canvas for the entire world to project their own ideas onto. But the story doesn't end with the theft. The painting itself is a masterclass in technique and mystery, which helps keep us hooked. Leonardo da Vinci used a technique called sfumato, which means vanished or evaporated. It involves layering thin glazes of paint to create soft, hazy transitions between colors and tones. This is what gives the corners of her mouth and eyes that incredibly lifelike yet ambiguous quality. Is she smiling? Is she sad? The answer changes depending on where you look. It's this masterful illusion that keeps art historians and casual viewers alike debating her mood for centuries. And then there's the mystery of her identity. Who was she? The most widely accepted theory is that she is Lisa Gherardini, the wife of a Florentine merchant named Francesco del Giocondo. That's why in French she's called La Joconde. But it's not a certainty. Over the years, other theories have popped up. Some say she was Leonardo's mother, a noblewoman, or even a self-portrait of Leonardo himself in female form. This lack of a definitive answer adds another layer to her mystique. We love a good mystery. And the Mona Lisa provides one that may never be solved. Her enigmatic smile, the unknown background, and her uncertain identity all combine to create a puzzle that we can't resist trying to piece together. So, the next time you see the Mona Lisa, remember, you're not just looking at a painting. You're looking at the result of a brilliant artist, a daring thief, a media storm, and centuries of fascination. She's famous not just for what she is, but for the incredible story she has to tell. Thanks for joining me on this journey into art history's greatest mystery here on The History Flash. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the past. See you next time.